From the West Bank town of Ramallah, Palestinian President Mahmud Abbas made a dramatic announcement recently in response to Israel's plan for West Bank annexation.
The Palestine Liberation Organization and the State of Palestine are absolved. As of today, all of the agreements and understandings with the American and Israeli governments and all of the obligations based on these understandings and agreements, including the security.
Palestinians have already rejected U.S. President Trump's peace plan unveiled in January. Now they view this unilateral annexation as the most serious challenge to the peace process.
What annexation means in 2020 is that it's kind of like an acceptance of the might is right political phenomena, that if I have the military strength, I can force feed anything I want on the ground. Also, it's a clear indication from the Israeli side that they have ended an intention to negotiate bilaterally a settlement with the Palestinians. And that means basically closing the door or attempting to close the door on a two-state solution.
The European Union and other international bodies have made clear that Israel will pay a heavy diplomatic price as well for any annexation.
This runs counter to international law, violates existing agreements, and is not in line with international Security Council resolutions and Council conclusions of the European Union. For us, it's of utmost importance to uphold international law.
The Jordan Valley area, which Israel plans to annex, is already under Israeli security control. But the annexation itself sends an important political message, according to some Israeli analysts.
It is a political move, first and foremost, because it's about sovereignty. But we control the Jordan Valley anyhow. But it's also beneficial from two aspects that have to do with security. First of all, by telling the Jordanians and telling everybody else and telling the Palestinians that we are here to stay, and this is a sovereign Israeli territory, not only just temporarily occupied, then the message to all those who have an idea of trying to push Israel out of there is that this is not going to happen. And people have to adjust to the new situation.
Yet annexation could spark a wave of Palestinian attacks on Israel, say some analysts, similar to the first and second intifadas that left hundreds of Israelis and Palestinians dead.
I cannot say for sure that we are going to face the third intifada, but I'm sure that we will face a response from the Palestinian side. I'm not sure about the Palestinian Authority, but from the Palestinian street, it will be something that will remind us what is the meaning of Intifada. This will be also a good platform for the Hamas movement for escalation, because they will say to everybody that they were right when they didn't give up on the resistance or the terror against Israel.
With the U.S. elections only a few months away, Israel is sticking to its annexation schedule. Leaders here speculate that if President Trump is not reelected in November, Joe Biden would not support their annexation plans. Linda Gradstein for VOA News, Jerusalem.
The rhetoric that incites that violence, the retribution that it generates.